Oh my gosh,
You can't say damn it.
Zeke, what?
You can't say damn it.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I can't say. I should watch my language. Okay, go ahead. Whoa, hang on.
I done?
Go out while I finish.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
March one.
Like 1 minute. Let me just say goodbye to everybody, okay? I know I told you 2 minutes, 9 minutes ago, but I'll be done. Yeah, okay. I don't see dual wield in here. Is that something I have to unlock later, maybe? Caution. Let's see. Persuade, awareness, and treat injury. Okay, well, that would be nice because she has more treat injury. Oh, this is it was a joke because she only has one left. I get the joke now. Well, hang on. I want to try to lose them on the bridge. Yeah, catch me now. Docking hatch. Can I just blow it? I could just blow the docking hatch. That'd be funny. You know what?
Let's leave this.
Run. Did it work? Darn. Magnetically sealed. All right. Why did I waste my time? F5. Reload. If I can nail the hair and the beard, I can come back to doing all this. So there we go. We got it. It's not quite as lean back. Lean with it, rock with it. When you gonna stop with it? Lyrics, I mean nothing we were given with thought. I don't know. 21 Pilots. Give me that lightsaber. Give me it. Or at least put it away. Shut it off. You're gonna drain the battery. It takes 3 AAAs. Those don't grow on trees. Shut it off. Come on. Gosh, so wasted. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. Ghost. Like this. This is how you do my heart goes out to you. Even if somebody's up there, you still go with your palm up. That's how a normal individual human who is not an does my heart. My heart goes out to you all. Just thought you might want to have that demonstration for no particular reason. No particular reason at all. Feather, though. I think this will work. Whoa. Anyway, save changes. That looks... Turn around. Ooh, I actually need you to be here.
To the mods. Just not AMs.
Just not AMs. Everybody except AMs. Okay. 50 cents. 50 cents to each mod. Well, no, hang on. I have more mods than that. It's going to have to be 25. AMs timed out code for 600 seconds.
Think you have.
I
Oh,
feel
doesn't
bad
take up, like, any
Ooh,
space.
I love this song.
because I've kind of abandoned her on
Enshrouded as well.
Shrouded.
Hang on.
Oh,
Stop
what
talking.
the
I'm going to
hell?
listen to this music. Oh, General Grievous. Hey, guys. Can... All right, everybody. Hello. Good morning. It is, Friday. I almost forgot. Oh, wow. Look at that hair. Whoa. Whoa. Get down. There we go. I almost forgot it was Friday when I was setting things up this morning, but it is Friday, April 25th, 2025. And the Phantom Menace this morning is Ursa for the 87th time. Congratulations, Ursa. Good job, and thanks for checking in. Looks like Ursa's on alert, which is fine. And then we have check-ins from your boy Elf and Reaper. How's it going, Reaper? You feeling any better? Bebo, aren't all churches toxic? Potentially so. That's all I'll say. Potentially. Everybody has a potential to be toxic, right? Even me. You're about to see it right now. But anyway, it's Friday, and usually on Friday we do the n0nversations, which I almost just forgot. I was loading up a new Mass Effect, and then I was like, wait a minute, it's Friday. We should just chat today. And do some Star Wars guesser game, maybe? So I got this queued up. I got this. And I got this. So that's exciting. Battery is somewhat charged in my conversational side of things. Hip is a little bit better too. I'm so glad. Well, this is a great day for your conversational battery to be recharged. Because I'd love to have you here. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, good coffee. Let's see. What's been going on? What's going on with you guys? How we been doing? At the end of another week, I don't know, work has been okay. Like, I don't really have much to complain about right now. Your coffee is room temp now? Ooh. Mine will be in a while. I almost overslept this morning. Kiddo woke us up at like 1 with a tummy ache. So we gave him a little bit of medicine, gave him some water, had him use the restroom, and then he laid with us for a little while, and then he goes, my tummy's feeling better now. I'm going to go to bed. I'm like, okay. And so he went to bed. But then my 5 o'clock alarm went off, and I was just dozing. And so I set it for 15 more minutes. I was like, 15 more minutes will be great. That'll feel really good. And I blinked my eyes, and the alarm went off again. I'm like, no. So anyway, here I am. That's why my coffee's very hot, and why I was actually kind of a minute late. But, you know, whatever. Good morning, MRSA, Old School Quarter. How you doing, buddy? Checking in 227 times. Holy cow. How are you doing? And then Reaper's on a 105 stream streak? Huh. Wow. Wow. And these streaks, I tell you what, they're getting so high. And I know I say this all the time, but like, I'm proud of you all, right? For being here, obviously. But like, can I honk my horn a little bit? Honk honk. Honk honk. Honk honk. Like that. Because like that means I've been here. Whose streak is long? Who has the longest streak? Because that also means I've been here for that long too. And if you know anything about me, you know my stick-to-itiveness is like my greatest character flaw. My like ADHD, this doesn't give me dopamine anymore, I don't want to do it thing. Like, I've been showing up, you know what I mean? This is like one of the things in my life that I feel very confident that I can continue for the foreseeable future, as long as my job doesn't change, which, you know, honk honk, you never know. Honk all you want, thank you. Elf has a streak of 1. Gotta work on that, man. I don't know. I just, at least like a week, I just like, you know, I just feel I've done a lot of creative things in my life. You guys know I made YouTube vlogs for a while. That never really took off, and I quit that after. That was a decent run though. Well, maybe like a year. For me, that was a pretty decent run. I've had podcasts. I've had, there was a time where I was making music in GarageBand. It's not good, but I did that. I always tried to learn how to play the guitar. I always thought I could be a guitar player. Quit that. Tried to play the trumpet as a kid. I quit that because I just didn't want it anymore. I started picking up the trumpet because there was a kid in our church who I was friends with. He was a good kid, from what I remember. I mean, and good kid is relative in independent fundamental Baptist circles, but I remember him being a pretty good kid. And we got along really well. We were pretty fast friends. As soon as he was the pastor's son, our new pastor, and he played the trumpet, and I was like, you know what? I want to be just like this kid. I want to play trumpet. And we were going to like not take classes together, but like we were going to jam together on the trumpet. So I was like, yeah, I'll learn how to play the trumpet. That sounds cool. And so I picked up that trumpet, and my parents were like, You know, you need to stick to it. You got to practice. You got to do all this, which is correct. It is correct. Gonna take the trumpet cheesehead world by storm, right? I'm gonna do, man, we would have probably ended up making, if things would have worked out, we probably would have ended up making Christian ska together. I think that's where things were headed. But anyway, something happened. Still to this day, I don't really know. I don't even know if my parents would remember at this point, but we got mad at the pastor for something because there was a certain belief he had about something that didn't match with what we believed, and apparently it was a deal breaker. And so we left that church, and that was like our church too. Like, so this new pastor came in, and we felt like we didn't have anything to say except we should leave. I still don't know. I'm sure that it was silly. I'm pretty confident it was silly, unless he was a real massive piece of and he like did stuff to people. But I kind of doubt it. In that case, I think we'd be justified. But anyway, so basically I lost this friend over a spiritual qualm. Yeah. I just feel like it's probably something silly, but I guess I should give my parents the benefit of the doubt that maybe they were trying to protect us from something. It could be he was, doing into things that he shouldn't have been. But I don't think anybody ever went to the police. So, I don't think it was anything like that. I think it was, they interpreted a certain part of scripture differently than we did. I don't know. I think that was when we left that church. That's when we went and did home church, I think. Man, I'm sharing a lot this morning. We did home church for a while. I think that was around that time. Because we just couldn't find a church that was doing it the way we were doing it, that we couldn't find a church that was as right as we are. Let's see. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, I lost that friend, and then my parents were still trying to make me like stick with the trumpet, and I was just like, I don't really want to. I didn't ever really want to do the trumpet, but like, so I quit that too. Anyway, that's it. Home church, what's that? It is exactly what it sounds like. It is church in your home. Apparently, this issue was big enough that another family that we went to church with also decided to leave. So we invited this family to our home. Occasionally, we would go to their house, and we had home church for a while. It's like when I go to the home pub. Yeah, sure. It's exactly like, exactly like that. Excuse me. At the age of 5, I was told by my mom I had a choice: go to church with her and my sister, or stay home with my dad and watch MASH. I'm sure you can guess what I chose. And there was your formative moment. Did you like MASH that much? I mean, I think any kid would choose stay home. My kid would choose that, And there are some Sundays where one of the deals that Ashley and I made when we decided to return to church to do the whole church thing again was like, we're not going to get into anything that's going to keep us like employees of the church, where we have to like call out sick from church. And then we're also not going to feel guilty when we do need to miss, That was one of our deals. That was one of our deal breakers. Like, we're not going to get coerced into feeling bad about taking a day when we need it, because sometimes you need it. I liked watching it with my dad and watching him eat white bread. He would just eat white bread and watch MASH. He's a simple man. He'd sit there and watch MASH, eat white bread. You wouldn't eat white bread with him. You would just watch him eat white bread. What a very specific memory, though. I love it. 7, the 4th be with other stuff. Okay. Just when I thought Bebo was going to contribute something. Hello, Mez. How's it doing? How is it going? What are you doing? How's it going? Sticks with you watching him eat white bread. Do you know the reason why? I'm just assuming grab a loaf of Wonder Bread. Was it a monetary situation? monetary situation. I'm trying to put it delicately, obviously, because those can be some traumatic memories too. Was his routine mash with white bread, butter, little peanuts on butter, just white bread. Thanks for checking in, Mez. You have a public holiday today? What's your holiday today? We'd love to celebrate it with you. Just bread straight out of the bag. This is how I assumed he would do it. I'm not saying I've never done that, especially as a younger man. Interesting. White bread and mash. I'm just fascinated with the reason why people, like human beings, do things. Like, sometimes it's not that deep, right? It's just, I just like the flavor of white bread. And this is when I have time to eat it, so it isn't that deep. But I'm like, what does this mean about a man who enjoys mash and white bread? Let's see. He would pinch the corners and eat where he pinched. So, okay, so like he would like, okay, so here's something I've done with white bread. I don't think this is too weird. I would crumble it up into a ball, like a really tight ball, and make it like perfectly round. You know how like if you work a piece of Play-Doh or clay enough, it's kind of gross. It would get, just a thick ball, and then eventually my mother would be like, "Stop playing with your food and eat it," and then it'd be like really, really thick and chewy. I think about that now, and I think I would not like that now, but I could be wrong. Clumsy, good morning. Good morning. Used to do that too. The one thing I hate is the texture of wet bread. If bread gets soggy, even though dressing / stuffing is one of my favorite foods in the world, I try not to think about that. I try not to think about it. Interesting. Okay, so he would like go like this and push the corners and then eat. And he'd only do it to the corners? It's Anzac Day, an Australian national public holiday as a day of remembrance for Aussie and New Zealand Army Corps, 25th of April, an ill-fated attack on the Gallipoli Peninsula in Turkey. Wow, interesting. I have not heard of this before. And ANZAC? It broadly commemorates all Australians and New Zealanders who served and died in all wars, conflicts, and peacekeeping operations, and the contribution of the suffering of all those who've served. Okay, so it kind of becomes like your Memorial Day sort of thing. There was a specific event, but yeah, the Gallipoli campaign from the First World War. Wow, interesting. Well, that's cool. Happy Anzac Day? Anzac? It's a Maori word from what I'm seeing. Interesting. You say Merry Anzac. General Memorial Day. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Cool. Thanks for sharing with us. That's pretty cool. I like hearing about other holidays and stuff. I get bored of our own. We do the same one. We do the same ones every year. Can you believe that? I just get bored of them. Here's to new holidays. If you could make a new holiday, what would you make? What kind of holiday would you guys make? And what would be the thing that you do? The tradition. I'm more of a pumpernickel person, not really a fan of white bread, but that's my grandma's fault. I haven't had like true just like white bread in a very long time. Like Wonder Bread, I haven't had that in a long time. If we have bread in the house, it's like whole grain, whole wheat with like oats on the outside of it, the fancy bread, That's all I'm supposed to eat is the fancy bread. And I'm not really supposed to eat that much bread anyway. You're pretty sure this was Luke's question of the day at some point? Dang it. No. I can't do anything right. Well, he's not here right now, is he? Anyway. I'm kidding. Is that a bread emoji? Everybody's got an emoji for everything. I would celebrate Nonder Day by chilling with friends and gaming. Aw, Charles. Charles Cheeserton, aka R.I.P. Balinor. I would do that too. Oh, and hi. Hi. Enjoying stream by the lake? The lake? That is a pretty cool little area you got there. And I agree, you need to get you a boat. He's a boating man now. That'd be pretty cool. All right, yes, you're interested in what we're gonna do for the guesser today. We might jump into that pretty soon. Working by the window, having your coffee, looking out over the water. Tell me, does the sun set or rise? Other way, rise or set over the water where you can see it? Because that's the best part about having water, is either a sunrise or a sunset glinting off the water. He's so cool. Did you move far away though, by the way? Did you move like further out than where you were before? I'd try not to dox exactly where you live, but I'm just curious if you're staying like in the area. You got the guesser in 4, the other ones I didn't do as well. Okay. Yeah, we need a boat. I did buy a lawnmower yesterday, so I feel like one of us now. Hey, mow your lawn. You're gonna be mowing and grilling and boating. It's gonna be so cool. It's an hour outside of DC. Very interesting. I talked about this before, but I'm not sure if you were here, Charles, but about, I don't know, a couple months ago, we were deeply considering moving. There was some reasons why we had to like find a place with some space for my mother-in-law, and we always planned on that, but like we assumed we have a long time before that needs to happen. But some things happened that were like, ooh, this might need to happen sooner rather than later. And so we were looking at this place about an hour or so outside of where we are as well, an hour or so away from where I work rather. And it had a pond. It had a nice pond there. It was kind of out in the country, but not like too far out. There was a Buc-ee's down the road, which was kind of nice. But we went and saw it, and it was just very underwhelmed. It would have had space for my mother-in-law, but like everything else was going to be a deep compromise for us. So we decided not to do that. I wonder if that house is still on the market. I'm not going to show you guys because I don't want to dox my location, but hang on, let me see. Let me see if it's still there. I'm just so curious. I probably shouldn't check this on, here, but where was it? What town was it in? Shoot. Hold on. Hold, please. I still remember where it was. There it is. Okay. Let's see. Price? Yeah, what type of lawnmower did you get? You miss Buc-ee's? Yeah, we have them all over the place. You basically can't leave the DFW area without hitting into a Buc-ee's, I've always wanted a 0 turning radius. Okay, let's call it 4. So it also was much more expensive than what we currently have here for like less. Like we were giving up a whole lot of stuff. Basically for the mother-in-law suite, let's see. More? How did I find it? There's usually another way to search this. Where is it? Let's see. I have it saved on my other computer. Here we go. I can put in a keyword. I think I'll find it that way. Okay, I mean, I don't see it anymore. So it must have sold. It wasn't really selling, and it went under contract several times, and then all the buyers backed out, just like us. But anyway, most of it was due to there was flooding because of the pond. You know, so we just decided not to. My lawn, this would have been 2 acres, which is pretty significant to mow. The lawn isn't big enough to ride on. That's where I'm at right now. I either use a push mower or I've been hiring somebody to do it. You haven't missed much. We've just been kind of shooting the breeze. I'm saying breeze. You don't have to. Shooting the breeze. There we go. I think it thought I was going to say shooting the shit. It got me that time. You haven't missed much. We haven't even started the guessing games. Look at that hair. I need a haircut. But good morning, Lars. How you doing? Currently have a gardener who mows every few weeks, but I have access to a whippersnipper. A whippersnipper, weed whacker. Holy cow. Okay, weed whacker is definitely something I'm familiar with, that term. I haven't heard somebody call it a whippersnipper since Wisconsin. A whippersnipper, yeah. I think up north they used to call it a whippersnipper too. And then like we moved to Missouri and that was more like weed whacker or weed eater. That's my least favorite part of mowing. My plan is to see if I can get lawn looking as nice as my neighbors in a year and then decide if I want to pay someone else to fix it. Nice. You might as well try, right? I have a guy come and mow it. Either depends in the spring here, we got to do it like once a week. But in the summer, it's like every other week. And I can do it myself. It's just kind of like it gets so hot. And I usually end up putting it off and then it gets too long. And then it's just such a nightmare to mow when it's too long. So having somebody come like consistently, because that's not me, it really helps. Bad migraine. I'm so sorry. That sucks. All right, we got the Star Wars guesser game. How about we start on that, huh? That's what you call them in Australia. Interesting. Yeah, I just have not heard somebody call. It kind of gave me a flashback to. Yeah, it gave me a flashback to my childhood. The whippersnipper. I feel like I heard my grandma say that. Let's see, what was my grandpa's name? Harry, get out there with the whippersnipper. Something like that. I need Ams. When Ams gets here, somebody remind me to ask her if they call it a whippersnipper. I swear that up north, I've heard people call it that. Anyway, we had a weed snipper, a weed whacker. We did weed whacker for a while. There's weed eater. There's all sorts of terms for it. One machine. And it's my least favorite part of the job. Growing up, we had 4 acres. And so whenever we'd have to mow, the weed eating was a lot. We had a ton of trees. We had a long fence. So we'd had to like weed eat the fence every time. We had woods. We had a deck. You had weed eat around the house. Like there was just a lot of weed eating to do. It was the worst part of mowing for sure. Everything else, like you could go on a rider and you could knock it out in like 2-3 hours. Which is a lot on a Saturday for a kid who just wants to play Lego. Mom. Anyway, we should do this. Here's the hints. Star Wars guesser hints. One of the appearances is the prequel trilogy. That narrows it down. Gonna lurk for a while. Got a bit to do this morning. I blame Oblivion Gaming yesterday. Oh man, Reaper. I'm gonna hopefully play that on stream next after we finish Andromeda. But thank you for the lurk. Appreciate that. Florida whippersnipper shorts fire ant mound, fire ant bullets to the legs. I have a fire ant story too, Mersa. I was out mowing one time here and I stepped in a mound of fire ants and didn't realize it and started feeling weird, started feeling like my upper lip was getting started getting thicker and thicker and thicker. And I was like, what is happening? And then I looked down at my leg, and I had a bunch of fire ants like crawling on my leg. And at the risk of showing you my foot, because I'm barefoot at the moment, you don't get that for free. Anyway, I have scars on my leg from those bites. They were really bad. I have about 4. I have about 4 different scars there directly from those. And they made me like, I didn't really feel the bites on my legs, which is weird. But I started like having an allergic reaction to it, which was, it was very odd. It was very odd I didn't really feel it until I felt my like lip going numb. And I'm like, what is happening? Am I having a heart attack or something? Like, is this a stroke? Like, what's going on? And then then I realized, then I think I felt them, and I was like, oh, wow. I guess I might have just felt like it was like, the grass clippings like flinging up. They didn't hurt that much, but my reaction to it was like, whoa. And then they just scarred my leg. They scarred my leg. Yeah, it was pretty allergic. I don't remember getting bites anywhere else. It's not like I had them, up my arms or anything like that, but that was pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Anyway, okay, prequel trilogy. There was somebody I was thinking the other day that I should guess. Who's a nice obscure character from the prequel trilogy that we could guess? Trying to think of one that we haven't done already too, because it's probably not going to be one of the appearances, so it doesn't mean it's only the prequel trilogy. So we could go old Obi-Wan Kenobi. How about that? Okay, 1.88 meters is 6 foot tall. 6'17". Saw Gerrera. How tall is Saw Gerrera? Lando doesn't show up in the prequel trilogy at all. First about me to Florida to meet the family. We were taking a walk. I don't know why I read that as talking. Taking a walk through a grassy patch of a shopping center, and he said, "Oh, watch out for the fire ants." Scared the pee out of me, and I yelled and ran across the grass. Yeah, they're a little scary. I try to keep an eye out for them now to make sure that, my kiddo doesn't step in them, but they suck. They suck so much. I hate just bugs. We got so many just bugs around here, like in the area that we live, Prequel means Anakin Padme ones. Yes, exactly. Yep. So Saw Gerrera would not have shown up in the prequel trilogy, even though he showed up in like Clone Wars. I don't think he ever showed up in like the actual trilogy itself. So 6 foot tall. That's pretty tall. How tall is like Mace Windu? It'd probably be cheating to look up his height. Let's do like Mace Windu. He seems like he's tall, right? Ooh, 22 BBY. This doesn't help. 22 BBY does not help, because that just says prequel trilogy. We know that already. Who else is tall? I think you can set it to feet and inches. Can I really? Oh my gosh, you might be right. Oh my gosh, pounds and feet. Save. You're a life Oh no, what happened? Okay, there we go. 6 foot 2 inches. Look at that. Look at that. You're right. I don't know if the settings stay between sessions. Maybe if I don't clear my cookies, maybe it does. But yeah, that's a good. There we go. Okay, cool. 6 foot 2 inches. One of the appearances prequel trilogy. I'm trying to think of people who maybe then, if it says one of the appearance prequel trilogy, have crossed over from prequel to original trilogy at least, or been in something else like Clone Wars. Dooku, wasn't he tall? We did that one before. I think he was taller than this though. But that's not a bad. We'll get another one. Okay, Jedi Assault Team. Would the Jedi Assault Team be the one that went after Palpatine? So like with Mace, there was, gosh, who, I don't remember the names of those Jedi though. The ones that got instantly murked by Palpatine. Is that what a Jedi Assault Team is? Who's the Jedi with the mask? I don't remember his name. Ursa, is this the one that you got in like 4? This one's a little harder. Jedi Assault Team. Gosh, I wish I could remember his name. He's the guy with the mask. I can't remember the guy's name though. Let's see. Once I get this specific like this, especially like my prequel and or Clone Wars era, I'm not as... Now Kit Fisto might be a good one. He wasn't one of the ones that were there. Kit Fisto died. Didn't die there. Good old Kit Fisto though. The one I'm specifically thinking of is that Jedi, that Keldoran Jedi? Is that the name of the species? Keldor? I'm just checking the species name. Yeah, Keldor, this guy. I'm trying not to cheat much more than that though. What was his name? And I think he died on that. He had a weird name. Plo Koon. Yeah, there we go. See, like, I kind of knew it. I just need a little nudge on the name. Dang it, I love that guy. I forgot his name. He's my favorite Jedi. I forgot his name. No, actually, I think these look kind of great. He looks kind of gross. It's too much like a spider. And his head looks like a walnut. Like, I shouldn't judge. This is just the way that God made him, you know? He's the one who bought Ahsoka in. Oh, yeah. Forget him. Although, great arc, though. Great Ahsoka arc. That took you 7? Okay. I mean, if I had not... Probably cheated a little bit looking up the Keldoran, but I think I was confident that was the species. But I need a little bit of help with the name. You don't get any help, so, you know. God, aka George Lucas. What do you mean forget him? He was a good guy? Yeah, I mean, it's all relative when he's the one who turns Ahsoka in, like, well, brings her in. Although she went willingly. If she didn't want to go, he wouldn't have been able to stop her. So I guess it's not really his fault, but I wish more people had seen the flaws in the Jedi like Ahsoka without falling to the dark side. You know? Oh, didn't he turn her in? I thought you meant he turned her in. I bought her to the Jedi as a kid. Oh, he was her old master, right? The first master. Okay. I thought we were talking about people walking her into the temple when she gave up finally. I just love that arc so much for Ahsoka. Like, and it's such a contrast between Anakin, where like she saw the flaws in the Jedi too, and she didn't murder children. Like, you know, she found a healthier outlet for that. And I like that. It's a very like deconstructionist story where she's like, her religion is like falling apart in front of her. I like that a lot. All right. Is that Satine? Dang it. Skipped? No, I didn't skip it. I typed Satine. What do you mean skipped? What did I do, guys? What have I done? Uh-oh. Oh no, that's the girl from this girl from Solo. It was his lover. She blew herself up on the bridge. Dang it, we just had her a few weeks ago on something else, and I couldn't remember her name either. Hang on, I'll see it. It was like dang it. Yeah, it was Tobias's lover. Gosh, what was her name? Now I'm just looking for it anyway. It was like a one word, kind of like this, like Mal Marin. It wasn't an M though. Who was it? Are we co-working? You know what? Should we co-work today? No, actually, I have a call. I have a call on Fridays. I can't do that today. Bays Malbus. It was like... Bosk? Embo? I don't remember. I mean, like, I remember, but I don't remember the name. Val? Something like that? Yeah, just Val. Thank you. See, like... This is the way my memory works. I remember concepts of people, but I don't remember their name. What did you get this one in? I can't co-work, but I can listen to Silly Housewives bicker. Sure. I'm usually like listening or watching to something. 12. Okay. Okay, this is my favorite one. I like this one much better. Who should we start with? Chat gets to choose. Other than Ursa, because I think you did it already today, right? I couldn't remember her name. I haven't had any coffee yet. I couldn't remember her name last time either, remember? I was like, oh, it's the girl from Solo who's Tobias's girlfriend, and I can't remember her name. You want to do someone whose name starts with a G? Like Galen Urso? That's a good guess. Galen Urso is a good guess. I'm pretty sure she is. I do, and I do not apologize. Okay. We got human. He's not white. He is not force sensitive. Interesting. Okay. Not Rogue One. Galactic Empire and Rebellion. Equipment none, so there is some equipment. Not a Jedi. A human, not male. So we need a human, a woman who is not force sensitive. Let me see. Holdo. Holdo isn't a human, or isn't a man. She's kind of light pale beige though. Should we do Val? Here, let's just see if that plays out. There, Val. Oh wow. Okay. Not in Solo. A brown / dark skin human female. Sorry, woman. Not force sensitive. It is always these last three. It is always the stinking equipment, the affiliations, and the appearances. Why do we always end up here? Show summary so we can see what we've done. Okay. Okay. So who is what is the name of the girl from The Rise of Skywalker who used to be an ex-stormtrooper who is probably Lando's daughter, which is weird, but probably Lando's daughter. I don't remember her character name. Is it the one lady from Bad Batch? I don't remember who that is either. He is also not a man. Who? They were all proven to be force sensitive. I mean, everybody has the force. Whether or not you can control it is a different story. Kept saying he's not this, he's not. Oh, and he's also not. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I see what you mean. He's not human. He's not white. He's not force sensitive. He's also not he. But yeah, remember who? What was her name? What was her name? I don't remember her character's name. Does anybody remember? Does anyone remember? Do you know who I'm talking about? Giona is the one from Bad Batch. fee? I don't see a fee. Let's see. Giona? Yeah, they don't have that one in here. Genoa. Yeah, that one's not in here. Genoa salami. Fee Genoa erasure. What was her name? She stormed the Star Destroyers with Finn on the little space horses. You remember them? She was on one of the moons of Endor, where the Death Star ruins were. An ex-First Order trooper. Jeez, I hate this. I hate how I can't remember who this is. Good morning, Knock Knock. Who's there? It's Knock Knock. Yeah, no, I want salami. You're right. It's me. All right, let me see. Gosh, I didn't mind her as a character. I thought her character was interesting. I think they probably could have done more with that story arc had they introduced like her and the other stormtrooper rebels, resistance fighters. If they didn't introduce that in like The Last Jedi, even though I still like The Last Jedi. Guys, I made the mistake of interacting with a Star Wars TikTok, where a guy was just saying, hey, I like The Last Jedi. I was like, hey, me too. You know, the only thing that I don't like about The Last Jedi is basically what happened in Rise of Skywalker. That's like, you know, the only thing that kind of sullies it for me a little bit. And then I got called racist for saying exactly that. Like, oh, so it wasn't the racist way that they treated Finn. That's a red flag. And I'm like, whoa, hold on here. I'm talking about a movie. And I said to this person, like, listen, maybe I'm not as educated on what you're talking about as I should, and I should look into it, but I'm just sharing an opinion on a movie. And then they didn't answer, and I got to feeling like a certain way later on that day, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this game. I'm not playing this game. I deleted the comments. Like, I'm not going to sit here and do this game. Like, I'm not talking about the real world thing. Like, if you want to talk about the real world things that Disney, a mega corporation, has done bad, we can talk about that. Like, they took Finn out of the posters in China because they didn't want to market a black man in China. Now, this is a story I've heard a while back, so I should definitely... Okay, so to be fair, they shrunk him. Oh, wow, they shrunk him a lot. So, I mean, like, I'm open to this kind of criticism to be like, yeah, that's a little odd that he was right here, very big, and otherwise the poster is very similar. So someone in marketing got the note, you need to move him and make him very tiny down here. Okay, so they didn't remove him. But, like, I'm open to this conversation, right? Jana, thank you. Convenient you can't remember the name of... No, oh, Jana's not in here? Wait. Jana's not in here. Is that how you spell it? Anyway, I just got so, like, irritated of, like, you can't even have an opinion on anything nowadays without getting canceled. No, but, like, I kind of wanted to tell this person, like, listen, like, I felt myself wanting to, like, virtue signal, basically, right? Where it's like, no, I'm on your side. Like, I am definitely not. And that felt, like, icky to me. Like, that felt icky that I had to, like, try to virtue signal to this random person on the internet that, like, no, I swear I'm not racist. This isn't what I'm talking about. If you want to talk about that kind of stuff, absolutely, we can talk about that. But I'm talking story-wise, plot-wise. Like, I think that the Last Jedi was kinder to Finn than the Rise of Skywalker was. Like, I think, again, they retconned it and didn't give him the kind of arc that he could have had they left him, because he was going to tell her in The Last Jedi, she was going to, in Rise of Skywalker, that he was force sensitive, like that he feels the force, and they sidelined that plot in the Rise of Skywalker too. So don't come at me thinking that is just a Last Jedi thing, you know? I just like, I think in that moment I decided I don't think I'm ever commenting on anything ever again. Like, I'm done with the internet. Not you guys though. Like, I'm meaning like social media, because it's like this person just made a snap judgment about me because I said I liked a movie, and it's like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous. I did feel personally slighted on that. You're the exception. You guys are. And like, we have these conversations here all the time about, like, you know, racism and things where like maybe we didn't necessarily see them first. I'm open to those conversations. Like, I'm not shutting down those conversations at all. That doesn't mean I don't like The Last Jedi, you know, or that somehow I'm a red flag because of that. Like, this is just a race to the bottom. If this is all we do with people, if this is the only way we engage with our media, is like, this guy likes this certain thing, therefore this certain fact about him is true. It's like, and this is like the first time I've heard about this. I'm like, what are we talking about? Maybe I do need to educate myself, but like, this was not my point at all. Like, jeez. Anyway. Yeah, I just deleted it, and I was like, whatever. I'm not going to argue, because then I'm like, what is this guy going to come back and argue with me? And I'm not going to argue this. I don't need to prove to you that I'm not racist. You know? Random dude on the internet. Anyway. It just felt gross. It just feels disgusting to me. So it's not Jana. We don't have any of the appearances right, so it could still be like a Clone Wars era person. Sarah Junda. No, she's force sensitive. Not Seer. Seer. Not Sarah. You know that Star Wars character, Sarah? Not force sensitive. Let's see. Maybe we should start guessing like a couple of people in different appearances, just to see if we can narrow down like either equipment or affiliations or appearances. Like, that would be nice. For example, we could do, I know Rose isn't brown or dark skinned, but maybe this will give us a sequels appearance. Nothing. Okay, it's not sequel trilogy. Not part of the Resistance. Okay. So we got to think, it's definitely going to be somebody in Clone Wars that I'm just not aware of. 100%. Finding somebody who's not force sensitive is kind of hard, especially in that era. Baru White Sun Lars. I didn't realize that Baru's middle name was White Sun. That's probably her maiden name, White Sun. Sounds, you know. Me find a way to carry on again. Dagan Gera, Deepa Bilba, Emery. Again, not dark skinned. Oh, human clone. Yeah, okay. And not part of the Empire, not part of Bad Batch. Holy cow, who is this? Who is this gonna be? Grease Dridus these. Let's see. Iden Versio, but not the Galactic Empire, so it wouldn't be Iden. Jyn Erso, Kavas, Kelleran Beck. There's Lux Bonteri. Tell me they have Lux Bonteri, but they don't have Jana? That is actually kind of weird they don't have Jana. We're down to picking them by the color of their skin. Nice job, gang. Hey, listen, the color of your skin is important, you know? It's important. It's a characteristic. It's okay. We can talk about it. So she is force sensitive, so it's not going to be Reva. We're also looking for a woman too. Knock knock. Thanks for checking in. Stella Guerrera? Is that Saw Gerrera's daughter? Wait a minute. Did he have a daughter or like a wife or something? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know this character. Who in the beginning said Saw Gerrera because you were actually very close. Again, I gotta tell you, Clone Wars era stuff is just not my jam. I made it through Clone Wars barely. Sorry. Was it a wife or a daughter? Who was this in the story? I bet she died, and that's why he is the way that he is, right? Boom. How many times did you get this? We technically got it in 5, but I got a little lucky. I did not remember this character, so it doesn't really truly count. Some would say that like scrolling through a list of names until I found someone who looked like the description and then just tried it is not really the spirit of the game. But I had a feeling it was going to be like an obscure character from Clone Wars that I would not have been able to guess the name of anyway. So, you know, I need to play Star Wars Unlimited, I guess. Coleman says that really helps. That really helps with this game. Let's see. What did you get it in, Ursa? Doesn't count. I think I tend to agree that it doesn't. It feels like a you got it in 4. Okay. Did you know the name Sister? It says Sister. Did you know like that as a character? So once you got there, you were like, oh yeah, Saw Gerrera's sister. I'll believe you if you did. Not at first, but I knew she was his sister. Okay, gotcha. It's just funny that you searched by the last name. Okay, so you knew he had a sister. You knew it fit. So you're like, okay, let me look up. I think that's fair enough that you knew who she was and you looked her up by the last name. I think that's fair. Fair enough. Do you guys want to do Game Duel? Sorry for my little rant there. I don't know. I feel a certain way about it. I feel a certain way about the internet. I feel a certain way about like, obviously I want to learn more, right? If there's something I'm participating in that, you know, is casual racism, like I'd want to know that, you know, but it's like, dude, you don't know me. You don't know me. You don't get to do that. That isn't up to you. Anyway. Anyway. I needed to get that off my chest too. So thank you for allowing me to speak about that. This mouse died pretty quick. 2 weeks. It was at 70% earlier this week. Wow, 70%. So is it a chargeable one, like where you plug it in to charge it, or does it take batteries? You plug it in. Okay, because I found like the ones that run on like AA's and stuff, like you'll see the program will tell you like, you have 70% battery, but it's really hard for it to tell what the actual battery percentage is in like a traditional battery, you know? You ever do crossword puzzles? I don't really. Should I? I am trying to find ways to like strengthen my brain. My brain is really, we should be doing Sudoku, I guess. I'm trying to work out my brain a little bit more. I don't know. I think my brain has been kind of mushy lately and I need to, I don't know. Let's guess the game. So we're working our brain out with this. So that's definitely like a character's face. It's going to be like this. It looks kind of anime-esque to me. And there's a little claw. There's a little claw right there. Like a little spider claw. I do puzzles in the morning when I sit down at the desk just to get the brain working. So it's a good idea. Or towards the strap. Oh, you might, yeah, like maybe over the shoulder. It'll look like a little spider hand, you know. Gotta leave early today. Hope everyone has an amazing day. Happy Friday to you as well. Good luck in prison. I hope you get out soon. I can't believe it's already Friday, to be honest. I actually do have a lot of work to do today too. There's like activities I have to do each Friday now. If we have like a big distribution center that's closing down, or we're shifting everything to another distribution center, a new one. So there's a lot of like system stuff I have to do on Fridays. Survival horror cover. I'm thinking something like that. Something scary. I recommend not interacting with randos on the internet. I think that's kind of what I realized is I'm like, I just wanted to share my love for The Last Jedi. And I didn't know that me sharing my love for The Last Jedi was going to brand me as a traitor, you know? And it's like, I swear I'm on your side. And then like the temptation to like virtue signal and like come up with some response that would be like, oh no, don't get me wrong. I know I am very awakened in this, and that made me feel scummier. Where I'm like, why do I have to feel like I have to prove myself to this person? So I think you're right. I think I'm done randomly commenting on anything. I don't that often. I just like to show support to people who are talking well about The Last Jedi. Does it have problems? Absolutely. Does the movie industry in general have problems? Does Hollywood have problems? Yes. That's not on you, by the way. Just because you like the art that was created, you are not responsible for the problems. I'm not getting like a Final Fantasy here. You're more than welcome to not consume those things, but it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I don't know. I don't know if if I'm getting anime vibes from this. This could be anything. I don't know. I don't even know where to start, honestly. Should we get one more? Should we skip one? There's no way that I'll get whatever it is, but at least it would give me a franchise. What's the horror franchise? What's the one with the camera? What's the one where you go around taking pictures with a camera? You do get a Final Fantasy feel? I thought it was only me. At least we'll get in there with like, okay, it's in there's so many Final Fantasies though. Let's go with like Final Fantasy 7 or something. Okay, wrong franchise, so not Final Fantasy. Adventure, PC, PlayStation, Xbox One, and Switch. Huh. Lars, you're also getting Final Fantasy. Okay, I'm so glad I wasn't alone there, because I was like, but it's not in Final Fantasy franchise. So when I think of like, you know, anime-esque games, I do think Final Fantasy first, because that's the one I'm familiar with. Toem? Could it still be Toem? The Fatal Frame is, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Could it still be Fatal Frame, or I don't know. This cover does not look familiar to me. It's not Toem now. Okay. Look, I'm pretty sure it's not now. One average guest attempt. People are getting this on one. It's not Shadows, is it? I could see Shadows doing like a promotional picture like this in black and white. It does kind of look like Naue. Oh, see, I'm on the right track though. See the hat? So it's going to be like some kind of shinobi game. Shinobi. Let's just guess Shinobi. Darn it. Wrong franchise. That doesn't kind of look like Naue. That's like a hat, right? But then the hat's not over here? What other games are there? something samurai. I don't know. Shinobi 3, that wrong franchise or saga. Does this look familiar to anybody? The hat makes me feel like, oh, no, that game's not out yet. I would assume these would be games that are already out, right? Because I could see if it's in here. So that Ghost of Tsushima is going to have another one, Ghost of Yote, and it has a female protagonist. Yeah, no, it's not in here yet. Yeah, I figured they wouldn't have ones that aren't out yet, but just in case. Your keyboard's at 69%. Nice. There you go. Hack and slash beat 'em up adventure. PS5, Xbox Series. These mean these are right? If these show up here, means they're right. So it's an adventure hack and slash beat 'em up. What was the Dark Souls like game where you were like a ninja shinobi samurai-esque thing? Neo? That might be the one I'm thinking of. Oh, wrong franchise. Oh man, that's definitely like he's got a sword. He has half of his hat in this side, probably meaning like his before life and now his warrior life, right? What is this? We already did like Ninja Gaiden stuff last time. We did Ninja Gaiden last time and we got it, and it was the guy that was up on the top like throwing a Shadouken. So I don't think it's gonna be one of those. Wasn't there another Dark Souls? This artwork doesn't look like it would fit that though. But it's on PS4 and PS5 and Windows. A hack and slash adventure. Here I am. I'm not getting any details. Usually these things, like I'll see the cover and I'll be like, I'll know it by the cover art, right? Because I've seen it like in Steam, or I've seen it, I used to work at a game store, so like I remember seeing a lot of these. Like I could pick out Splinter Cell Conviction from a lineup, it's right underneath my camera, but like definitely Red Dead Redemption, things like that. What is another one? There is another Dark Souls game. You are looking forward to Yote? Me too. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, and while I think it's like a relatively well-made game, I'm actually super bored. I have probably 40 to 50 hours in it now, and I'm kind of bored of it. And that didn't really happen with like, that didn't really happen to me with, what was the one with, the Viking one? I can't remember the name of that. Why do I think I'm going to be good? Why do I play this if I think I'm not going to be good at it? We're working out the brain. Thank you, Valhalla. Valhalla, I played into the ground, and I kind of just got to the point where I'm like, okay, I think I feel good about my progress. There's obviously always more to do, but I was like, I got all the stuff I want to do. I got Thor's hammer, like I got all that fun stuff. So I'm like, I'm good to put it down. This one, like, I don't know. It's beautiful. The area is beautiful. The combat's kind of okay. People say like the combat's great. I think the combat's kind of one note. I'm just like doing the same thing over and over, and just like, it's kind of the same old like block when you hit this, you know, block it, and then you get to riposte and hit them back, and if it's a red thing, you got to dodge out of the way. It just seems very formulaic combat. It's just not, it did not hit as much as I thought it would. I thought it was gonna be my favorite Assassin's Creed game, and it's really just kind of not. Trek to Yomi. I'm not familiar with that one at all. Good job. Trek to Yomi. And whereas in Ghost of Tsushima, the combat was a little bit deeper, but yet still like accessible. Ooh, this looks cool. And like, if you did things just right, you could just like mow through, kind of like this. You could kind of mow through the guys if you did it correctly, right? If you parried at the right time, if you... This one's not too long ago, is it? I guess if it came out on PS5, huh? I have not heard of this game. It looks interesting, actually. But yeah, that's what I liked about Ghost of Tsushima. I think Ghost of Tsushima did the combat better. But the combat in... excuse me, Assassin's Creed Shadows is good for an Assassin's Creed game. The bar's kind of low, you know. It was just fine. It's fine, you know. I could totally see some people being obsessed with Shadows and loving it. For me, though, it was just okay. And I might be done with it. I don't know. I haven't really reached like the end of the story, but I feel like I'm like, what is there? Like, I've assassinated the whole ring of people, and then like we're just still here. I didn't get credits roll. I don't know what else to do. It's like, should I just look it up on YouTube and go from there? I don't know. Hi, Coleman. Thanks for checking in. How you doing? All right, let's go to artwork, shall we? What is that? Is this gonna be some kind of racer game? This is gonna be like one of the F-Zero games. It is definitely gonna be one of the F-Zero games. In fact, the original F-Zero game. See, there's stuff like that I'm like, I got F-Zero vibes from it, so I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be one of the, and I expected it maybe to say like same franchise. I didn't expect to just pick the first F-Zero game. This was like all we got was just that. Okay, all right. So, you know, I mean, sometimes they speak to me. Keywords: traps, gems, blocks. It's not Minecraft, is it? Or Terraria? Surely it's not Minecraft. Prison, jetpack, theater. How come this trap is like a checkbox too? You've never heard of F-Zero? Oh, it's like a classic racing game. I played the F-Zero X or something, like F-Zero, whichever one was on the Nintendo 64. That's how I was first exposed to it. Very fast-paced, like racing. That's kind of what it was known for, is that like it just goes bonkers fast, just like incredibly fast. And you do like lots of loop-de-loops and stuff like that. That's kind of like what set it apart a little bit from other racing games. Prison, jetpack, theater. Gems, blocks. It's definitely not Minecraft at this point. I thought maybe Terraria, though, with gems and blocks and traps. Ams. Hey, Ams. How's it going? Hey, I have a question for you as our resident northern person. You know the thing that you use to cut down weeds? It's like, you know? What do you call that? I actually remembered, Lars. Are you impressed? A weed whacker. Okay. Did you ever call it a, what was the name? What was the name that they said earlier? I'm not going to have it now. Shoot. What did they call it? A whippersnipper. Thank you. So Coleman, you call it a whippersnipper? Is it a little bit further north than Wisconsin? I feel like I heard whippersnipper way back in the day, like probably in Wisconsin, but we always called it a weed whacker. You're not that far north. So maybe it's an even further north. Okay. The whippersnipper. I probably will not be here during Oblivion because of the BDS boy. Is it on the BDS list? Or is like, what you call it? The company itself, not necessarily the game, right? I've heard it called that, but Weed Whacker is more proper. Weed Whacker is the proper one. Okay. I was just curious where I've heard that from. And maybe I was far enough north that some other, you know, a whippersnipper. 335 stream streak. Good job, AMS. I guess it's still going. I guess we're still here. That's almost a year. That is almost a year of stream streaks. Do you realize that? I mean, technically it's been more than a year because I don't stream every day, close to it. But like, do you realize that that's like 365 days is like a year of streaks? I'm just saying, you know? Oh, it's for all of Microsoft and Xbox. Wow. Not as impressive, but I was here longer. True. 325. Wow, guys. This is wild. I can't believe that we're here. Like, honestly, you told myself like 5 years ago that this is what I'd be doing and like this is what would be happening, and I'd be so shocked. I really would. I'd be like, people want to be here? Like, what's happening? I think back to those streams where I'm just sitting here talking to myself. I would have never had enough of like a viewership to do a just chatting stream like this. Never. Thank you guys. Thank you. Basically, it's called Action for Microsoft Gaming Products. Gotcha. Or so you got Phantom over me. Let me have something. Wild Starfire. Hello. Good morning. Traps, Gems, Blocks, Prison, Jetpack, Theater. Traps, Gems, Blocks, Prison, Jetpack, Theater. Does anybody have any guess for this one? You got the shiny sword, so really you have all the power. I can give you one too, Ursa, if you want. Do we need to expand the mod team? Jeez. You have zero idea? The Gems and Blocks has me thinking that it's going to be something like... I mean, the Jetpack and Theater stuff doesn't make any sense, but like Roblox is going to be hard. It's definitely not going to be Roblox, right? Betrayal, platforming, teleportation. Not Portal, right? Portal doesn't fit with like Jetpack, Theater, Prison. No thanks, I don't like obligations. I feel ya. Yeah. That's just a job. It's an honor, right? Right? I don't know. Betrayal, platforming, teleportation with a jetpack in a theater and a prison where there's blocks and gems and maybe some traps. It's a platformer with blocks. A block? Is there like a Is it a prison of the mind? Maybe. Maybe. Let's look down here. So we got platform, adventure, PC, and Mac. We also have Xbox 360 down here and Linux. It's an indie adventure platformer. There's so many indie adventure platformers. What do we know about Celeste? I know Celeste that doesn't have a jetpack. Which of these platformers, like indie platformers, has a jetpack? It's not Jetpack Joyride. It can't be Jetpack Joyride. No, they don't have Jetpack Joyride. That's a mobile game. It's not a real game. Goat Simulator? I mean, there's a theater. There is a jetpack. There is a prison. I know because my kid puts me in it all the time. Are there gems? I really don't think gems and blocks. It's also not a platform game. And there's no betrayal. I mean, I don't know, other than my kid betraying me. Here, let's go Goat Simulator 3. No, okay. Evil Cats, Saw Blades, and Timed Levels. This does not sound like a game I would play, so... I know. I had to guess something, though, right? It is technically an adventure game, though. Raid message, Bebo, you're too early. 15 more minutes, okay? Timed Levels, Saw Blades, Evil Cats. Saw Blades rip. I hate those. I don't like Saw Blade. All of this is like a game I would probably not play. We got traps. We got platforming. We got teleportation. We got timed levels and Saw Blades. Like, oh boy. Excuse me. I just don't know my platformers that well. My adventure indie platformers, because there's so many indie platformers this could be. I don't think Celeste has any of that. Cartoon style, hand-drawn art, and narrator jokes. Does that ring any bells, Lars? I'm counting on Lars to know this more than anybody else, I think. But obviously, if you don't, there's no pressure there. Because I just don't think I'm gonna guess it. Oh no, I'm just waiting for my nap today. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I just don't know which one would have a jetpack. I think I might just have to... Evil Cats. This is not going to be one that's going to pop up and I'm going to say, oh, AFK Journey. Here's the cover. You have customizable characters, games with gold. So it was like an Xbox Games Gold thing. King of the Hill. There's an in-game map editor. It's Mario? I don't... Jetpack, theater, betrayal, whatever this is, it's painting a rich tapestry. All right, does anyone else have a if they're Evil Cats, is it a Paw Patrol game? I don't think Paw Patrol would have customizable characters though. There's no Paw Patrol games in this, and it's an indie platformer. That'd be hilarious though. Theater, prison, betrayal, Evil Cats. I don't know. This is our last one. Good morning, Kelt. How's it going? The cover doesn't give me anything. I mean, this game sounds like it's got a little bit of everything, though, right? Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. Battle Block Theater. Game over. No way I ever would have guessed this. Like, what is this? Interesting. Unironically, though, when Zeke gets a little bit older, this would be a fun game for he and I to like play together. It's like a co-op platformer. I don't know. I have no current streak. Interesting. Okay. All right. Now to everybody's favorite. We'll wrap up the day with the guess. Hopefully we can do that. You have heard of that? Hopefully we can do this. We're going to start with Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. We got nothing. Oh, oof. Greater than 2006. Platform and adventure is somewhat correct. LucasArts is not correct. It's not third person. It's the wrong franchise. Some of these are partially correct. Action, kids, comedy. I mean, it's not that game we just guessed, right? Is it Battle Block Theater? That'd be freaking hilarious if they did both. Okay, it's not though. Greater than 2013. Look up Bread and Fred. Bread and Fred. Ooh. Oh, is this the one with the rope? I think I remember this one. Where like you're tied together with rope. Let's see, Bread and Fred. Ouch. Yeah, I think I've seen some people playing this. Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. Anyway, okay. Brett and Fred, that's cool. Brett and Fred, let's meet that. Look up, oh yeah, here, what's that called again? Not again. Not again. I've learned my lesson. You know what's kind of weird? Look at how sexualized they made Leia, the Lego Leia in this. Oh shoot, it zoomed out. Anyway, just trust me, it's odd. Okay. There's just no one like you do. This song was like my freaking jam in my teens. Yellow card. Ugh. Have you though? Yes, twice. Oh, well. No, only one. I only learned that lesson one time, right? Okay. Xbox, Microsoft Game Studios, Behemoth. No data for game engine. No data for game engine. That's interesting. It's not a side view. Fortnite. Okay. Holy cow, that's not going to help me much. I mean, this isn't really fair because they're like, Fortnite is the everything. It's kind of like guessing Roblox at this point. Single multiplayer co-op, split screen battle royale is potentially all correct. Greater than 2017 though. I think the game engine no data means the other ones have no data. Oh, I see what you mean. BattleBlock Theater doesn't have any data, and that's not right. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, because it's not in Unreal Engine. A game past 2017, not in Unreal Engine. It's not third person. It's a shooter. If it's a shooter but it's not third person, that means it's got to be like a first person. So Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Now I'm playing that game. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. All right, lower than 2024. It is not Activision. It's not first person. It's not third. Oh, it's not a shooter. Never mind. It could be an RPG. Released after. There's that one RPG that was released. Yeah, like an overhead or maybe. Yeah, I guess not side view, huh? Like bird's eye view, I think is what they call it. So like some of these XCOM games. I don't think this is it, but yeah, isometric bird eye view. Okay, so we got that. You are my only one. Between 2018 and 2023. What game came out that's like isometric? Oh, is it Baldur's Gate? Is it Baldur's Gate 3? Shoot. Dang it. 2018 to 2022. That was... all right. Divinity Engine, Larian Studios, Rats. We need to get some of these. We need like a genre or a theme. Got nothing yet. Solasta? Or maybe a game like it. Crown of the Magister? No. Okay, between 2018 and 2019. Okay. Ooh, what a different world. What a different world. 2018 to 2019. Wow, what a different life. If it's an isometric bird eye view game released in 2018 to 2019, I probably didn't play it. It's just not my type of game, really. Potential fantasy? Like the Final Fantasy VII remake or something? I think that was probably... No, that was after 2019, right? That's not the name of a game, right? Oh, the theme. Yeah, it's potentially partially fantasy. It's partially action and fantasy. Action shows up there. Action shows up there. Yeah, I'm imagining it's gonna be like a turn-based like light strategy style game. Saw Gerrera, maybe. They are coming out with a turn-based Star Wars game, and I will probably play that. Even though that's not like my type of game, like I will definitely give it a shot. It kind of looks like XCOM a little bit. Hi, Merce. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. I know, right? You keep hearing turd base. Turd base. Okay. Let's see. Turd base. What other isometric games are there? The original Helldivers was isometric, but I think it was before 2018. Yeah. That was 2015, yeah. It is not a shooter. It's definitely going to have to be action is in here. It's going to be an action fantasy science fiction, maybe? Action fantasy. Yeah, it's definitely an action fantasy. So I think thinking in Baldur's Gate / Crown of the Magister like is pretty close. I was just thinking about Minecraft the other day, AMS, and thinking about how we need to get that server back going. It's still running. Like, I'm paying for it. We should really use it. And I say that about me. I know I need to probably be the driving force in there, but you know how much I hate responsibility. Did you update it? I haven't yet. No. I need to do that though. In fact, I don't have anything to write a note on. I could probably do that during the day today. Now that my work computer is detached from my home PC, I could probably do that sometime today. We can make an adventure to find new mobs. That'd be fun. I'll stay in survival, I guess. I don't know. What do we think? Fire Emblem? It's worth a shot. Which one? Fire Emblem, Shadows of Valentia, Awakening, Radiant Dawn, Blazing Blade, The Sacred Stones, Three Houses. I feel like Awakening's the one I like can picture the packaging. What do you think? Do you have a Fire Emblem in mind? We can kidnap mobs and bring them back. Excellent. Excellent. Radiant Dawn. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. It is a single player. A single player action fantasy plus something else that was released in 2018 to 2019. That's an isometric bird eye view. It's the wrong franchise, so no Fire Emblem. Versus like, I started you on this journey, now I must finish it. Or die. Kill me. These are just not the types of games I would play, so I don't know. Oh, wait. Hold on, it's on the tip of my brain's tongue. Hold on. Oh gosh, I'm thinking of it. No, actually no, that's first person. Never mind. I was thinking of the dwarf mining game, but that's first person. The survival one though isn't, but that was, yeah. Wait, is it Vampire Survivors? Ah, it was Graveyard Keeper. I just said this isn't the kind of game that I would play. I've played this game. Dang it. Oh, if only we had gone like... I think if we had gone Stardew Valley, we might have hit the themes and the genre exactly. Strategy, event, well, maybe not strategy. I don't know. Wow, Graveyard Keeper. I wasn't thinking in like the Stardew Valley's style cozy game era. I wasn't thinking that. Wow. Okay. Good game though. Good game. I'm bad at these two. I don't know why I keep doing them. Do you guys like them? Is it still fun for you? I hope so. I know we've been doing like the same thing on Fridays. So if you guys ever get bored of it, please let me know. But I find that like it's a cool way to like have something to do while we also get to talk. You know, we get to have a little talk about stuff. Yeah. It's fun, but I'm waiting on a nap. I'm taking a nap after this. Well, we're done. So you are welcome to, if you ever need to go like during stream, just know, I'm not, you can totally like leave during the stream. I would not hold that against you. And I know you know that, but just so it's clear. I mean, like worst case scenario, if I need to mod, I can do that, you know. You guys are great, but and it's nice to not have to think about, but you guys, your own health and safety come first, you know. I don't know if you saw Ames, but I did finish the toilet game. You finished the toilet game. Was it fun? Today was so busy this morning, so I'm bummed I couldn't check in earlier. That's fine. I'm just glad that you're here. Listen, things are pretty chill, and I think if I ever do these Friday chatting streams, this is kind of just for us. I don't think I'm going to go into a category, so that's helpful. I don't think we really get like many new people jumping in a no category stream. And if I ever need to go into just chatting, I'll like give you guys warning. Like, okay, here it comes, you know. I had a dentist appointment with the boys after, so I couldn't come back. Oh, for that stream. We think I'm not. It was weird. I was lurking for work calls while Lars played. I mean, if it's a toilet game, it's got to be weird, right? You couldn't watch the Squidward part. What was this game? I missed it. Okay, everybody. Well, that's gonna do it for me then. It's another week. We finished it. Another day, another dollar, another dime from Amazon Prime, right? Toilet Chronicles. The first squid-like of its kind. Wow. Okay. You're so tired. Go to sleep. You can get out of here. Let me see if there's anybody on that we can raid into. Banj is live. We can go over to Banj. That sounds perfect. You are so cool. For those of you watching on the YouTube, first off, thank you so much for watching the VOD. If you want to join us here, we're here most days at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're here for about an hour to an hour and a half for the pre-work coffee hour. And sometimes here on Fridays, I play music in the background that you will not be hearing on the VOD because I don't want YouTube to punish me. So come around for that if you want. I watched my friend enter Baldur's Gate and murder every guard on her path last night. I can't wait to get back into Baldur's Gate. Oh yeah, tomorrow. I have an idea for the Lego streams. There's this thing right here that should allow me to... Oh, I just realized it's got to be this way. Sorry, hang on. Should allow me to return to doing like my phone camera like this, where it's just a little out of sight. The problem is I don't know what Lego set I'm gonna do, so I need to figure that out today. There might be a Lego stream tomorrow, and see, I can just take it right off. Boom. So we'll see. We'll do something tomorrow. Although getting some time into Andromeda would be good. I don't have anything to build right now. I don't have anything. That's my problem. I've got like a setup ready, but I fix the ship. I don't know if I want to take that one apart. Had some time to finally drop into non-stream. Thank you so much for being here, Charles. I appreciate that. And Kelt, thanks for checking in, buddy. 17 minutes ago. Mother's Day is coming. Could make Mrs. Not a flower set from the other sets. That's a cool idea. No, she should build it. I'll just take one of her. She has a couple of backlog Lego sets. I'll just take one of hers. If I don't figure out something to do for Lego, we'll do an Andromeda stream. It would be nice to put a couple hours into that because I do kind of want to get through that, you know. We did do Star Wars Guesser. We did. We'd love to hear what you got it in. I didn't do great. It took 7. Yeah. I did not know that character at all. I'm not up on my Clone Wars lore, unfortunately. Got it in 4. Yeah. Is Banjo's affiliate anniversary? That's awesome. Is it? Either way, we're gonna go over there. Raid Banj games. I almost typed Larzipan. There we go. You've never heard him be sassy? Who? Kelt? Ams, please stay in your lane. Oh, okay, there we go. Would it be too bad to message affiliate D's nuts? Monsters incoming. Sure. I don't know. I mean, we know Banj, so that makes me a little better with that. I don't think Banj is gonna be like, what? As long as you're cool with me saying that it's your idea. Is it the affiliate? Because I don't see it anywhere. I don't see anybody talking about it in the chat. Is that true? It's not in his description either. So I'm just making sure. It's showing up on your thing. Okay. Okay, cool. Maybe I just missed it when I loaded his page. Okay, there you go. Let's go. I'm gonna tell him that Ursa did it, but I know you love getting blamed for things. But in this case, it's true. All right, everybody. Saying goodbye this time makes me cry. As the lyrics of Saying Sorry by Hawthorne Heights would say, seeing you cry makes me feel like saying sorry. Anyway, you get it. All right, everybody, let's go over there. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.